from Ford Field in Detroit. It's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Detroit Lions versus Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Tua going to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On 2nd down, Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket. But instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
No gain on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Former Heisman winner leading them out, the two-time Pro Bowler in his first 3 seasons, the electric Kyler Murray.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on first down is Murray. Flush to his right. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. 2 now on 1st down. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Room here to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill, fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Lions at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Throwing now is Murray. He's got this complete to Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Murray. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And that one makes it 14-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Wright's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often see. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins taking over now late in this 1st half. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. Tua now on 1st down. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, here's Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Tua sets up to pass it. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. A final shot before half for Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal. Well, we'll move right through the break then. Skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Murray off play action. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down, Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. A run between the tackles with Cohen. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the handoff, this is Mostert. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. On on the handoff. This is Swift. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams, 32 yards. And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Tua. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to go out extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Back to throw it, Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Back to throw, Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Tua to throw. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. Tua going to try and go quickly here. Tagovailoa getting this out to the flat. Mostert. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Tua. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Tua. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Now Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle. And he'll get him a first down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw is Tua. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Detroit, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop